downstairs? What's going on, family? Appreciate everybody that came out last night. Partook. Oh, it was wonderful. I actually watched it again. I was about to edit it. Excuse the hair. I didn't put the do-rag on, so I'm looking at myself like, oh man, you look kind of crazy there. Like I said, I don't have my hair is not straightened. It's a big old. I mean, my hair is long and wavy, y'all. It's what you would call the Jewish curls, or somebody people call it, but I'll lay it down because sometimes I don't like putting the heat on it and making it all poofy, like, you know. So, other than that, though, I appreciate it. You see, the title is Good versus Evil. Now, somebody was talking to me, and I don't want to. I'm not. This is not going to be about perfection or anything. This right now is based on my feelings about things. How can I extrapolate? These may have been some of the things that kept my anxiety going for a while too. I've seen so much guardian angel, blah, blah, blah. Listen to police officers, the handful of police officers I trained in martial arts and boxing. Because like I said, in some of the classes I had police officers and they would be roughing people up and I fuck them up. Excuse my French. I wanted this to be friendly enough for ads, but I messed them up. I messed them up. 3 of them. 2 in New York, Krav Maga and Jiu-Jitsu, and the other one in New Jersey, in Melville. Beat them up. I beat them up bad. And nobody was going to say them because, you know, they were roughing up 14, 17-year-olds and, you know, been on the force for 8 and 10 years and thought they were like dynamite. And even my Sabanam and a few other people, my grandmas were like, Jay, you didn't have, no, man. No, it's nothing personal. It's just that they're supposed to be doing a job and inflict that kind of harm on individuals. No, so I inflicted harm back on them. And then we'll do it tomorrow. We'll do it in the next second. To teach a lesson that it's not about violence. It's not advocating for violence. It's not pushing violence. It's something we need to be able to move away from. Why am I saying this? Because ex-military, I am well aware there are cities up under the ground, y'all. I'm going to let you know right now, They travel all over the place. I know you don't want to believe it. I'm not here to make you believe anything. But we're looking at, excuse me, when I was talking about the other day, excuse me, I haven't eaten none again, still intermittent fasting. I want to get to 2-3 days where I don't eat or hardly drink water at all. But you saw the water I drank last night. That was because I was famished. Okay. Where they had in Austin, Texas, where they had that little family get together, where they had the drag queen had the body modifications, not human, but whether it be latex A and B's, partner A and B, the Hollywood narrative, and then pulled the panty aside, talking about, I want to see my butthole. I don't have one to show that it was a prosthetic. It was all sick because there were women and children. But when I saw that old elder 67-year-old woman standing at the end of the stage, if she was that old, giving gratuity to this, I realized that, first of all, let's say that there's something that somebody created. We're an experiment. Let's say somebody created us out of a whole lot of things, and we took on to our own saying, let's say, I'm not saying it's a fact, I'm far from it, but took on its own independent way of thinking and prowess with all different kind of capabilities, and each one of us was engineered specifically through what they want to call DNA. Let's say that's part of the go-to narrative, as far as explaining things in this little realm we live in, to study the creations, how far they have come. Let's say that that was a reality, and that we are the first subject out of many others, whether it be two-legged people looking like lizards, or with heads of birds, or things that are jealous of us, or are standing by and ready to inflict all kind of horror and terror. Let's say the possibilities there. Let's say that for millennia, beyond our scope of millennia, that they could always look like us, but they wanted to find a way to make us out of them. Let's say that all these things can be plausible, possible. Let's say that the books I'm reading, which I'm reading as far as not to say are based upon facts. I always say fiction, nonfiction, or romance, whatever, because that's the book. You want to give the credit to the writer. I'm not there to make money off of this book. I'm actually to push the book so you would purchase them, though I'm doing the reading. Let's say in this grotesque world that we're in, that we illuminate as grotesque, while other people illuminate it as a place of a playground to do heinous things. And we've heard all the narratives, whether we've witnessed it or not. What we believe to be good and what we believe to be bad, that is, I believe, beyond the construct of natural law. I believe it is not better than natural law. I believe it is superimposed. I believe that, leading on to what I previously said, this is a whole construct. Would that mean that I should go out there and start acting all kind of ways, cannibalism, murdering? I'm using the language so we can have a clear understanding of what I'm alluding to. The women who are abusing the children, the men who are sexually, however the abuse is, let's say that, well, let's go all partake in it. What has deemed it right or wrong is what I'm asking, right? I'm asking that for you to ponder and think about. Am I alluding to it? No, I stand totally against that. I believe vehement. But what has created the confliction of confusion? What is really going on? Now, I'm telling you, you're more powerful than you can think. I wouldn't care who created us. I am letting you know, beyond all doubt, the good and evil. Remember I was talking about, you have this little spigot, let's say, and it's got a flow that way and a flow that way by, a handle. You can make it cold or you can make it hot. Usually when you make it cold, it's not ice cold, but it comes out cold. It gets ice cold as long as you keep it in that direction. You turn it to hot, it starts out lukewarm and it goes to very hot, depending on how your water heater is adjusted. Sometimes it can come out hotter than a mother sucker, and next you know, in about 3-4 minutes, your skin is falling off. Scalding. What I am stating is, You choose the value. I thought about this because there's so many things I can enact upon this conversation that's just, I believe that it would be, it would cause some people to, oh, and I don't want to do that. It's one thing to see the pictures, another thing to have the conversation or to speak upon it, excuse me. Because I'm going to have a conversation with myself, which is nothing wrong with that, but speaking to you, we choose it. So good and bad. Is there levels? Of course it is. We have the simple oops, I made a mistake. Is that really bad? A mistake is a mistake. Though it was not in the right direction. I believe many mistakes lead to a bad place and many mistakes can lead to a good place. That's that channel. You know what I mean? And I got a little headache, y'all. I hate pressure. You would think it's blood pressure, but it's not. Who turns up the heat or the heat or the cold? Is it really in our hands? A lot of people have been breaking it down and discovering things. Some missing, some suicide, some still plenty still alive. But there are frequencies, and there are controlling frequencies. It's a fact that you can be by plants, and you can ignore them or show them love, and you'll get a difference of growth. I have my 2 plants here that still have green on them. What I've been doing, even though I talk to you guys, it's another. I ignored them for 2 months to see what direction it would go. I just wanted to see. I still believe in natural law as well as the natural vices that protect all things. But I know that there's more to us. Am I sure? I am as only as sure as my knowledge pertaining to the world we live in, as far as what I seek out to better myself, to have an understanding on things. This is not a contradiction of where I stand on what you have known or what you've gotten to know of me. What I am doing, is this a self-infliction? No, I am actually looking, and I'm seeing now that I'm paying a little more attention to green coming back in. And I'm saying those frequencies, can they be controlled outside of this? Well, we know that radio waves and all that kind of stuff can come through the walls and everything through you. I know that there is a system in place that can manipulate the process of thought. That's why I was talking about getting more in touch with your right hemisphere. How do you do that? Well, you got to meditate. You got to think and believe, not just think and believe, to create a place of not just notion, but known. When you have just a notion that sparks, God dang it, that's my foot, y'all. That sparks to and my cat. So I was trying to keep playing with my feet, y'all. My apologies. I'm not going to sit here and going off on him because it makes no sense. But notion plays more on a spark of something. Stop grabbing my big ass toe. Nails, man. But look. Nails hurt. Now he's over there. He don't run over there. He thinks he's slick. Anyway, known, that means that you literally know. Knowledge can access known. And that's why I say it's important to venture into this area of knowledge, and we can't do it alone. I was so grateful when everybody came in on the panel because I couldn't keep that conversation going. I mean, I could, but it would have been like a lame duck. You know what I'm saying? Last night, and I want to do a open mic on this, good versus evil. I want to hear other people's thoughts. And I don't Google all kind of information. I've looked at the different things that mean this, that, and other. And though it's knowledge. Is it the knowledge? I got this funny feeling it's not. I got a funny feeling that we're given enough the way they're looking to see who can put things together. Like a selection. Have you ever noticed that everything's a selection? Now, the old world has pretty much been destroyed, not order. And what is the selection routed in? I mean, I remember the baby walking around, humiliation, walking around in diapers. I remember that one little female actress talking about eating dog poo. I've seen so much crazy. And then people getting hooked on drugs. What got them to numb themselves out when that's not who they were in the beginning, when they got involved in the system? Now, we've heard a number of individuals, hundreds, if not thousands, speak on those parties and everything else in Hollywood. We know that Bohemian was real because I remember it being talked about in what I researched in New York, how they were chased out of there. You don't know that, do you? All the way from so-called Europe, which it never really stopped over there. They just implemented more sectors than even heard of a place underground where they do all kind of shit. And if you want to enable elite to that, what does that say about you? Is there an elite darkness and an elite light? Well, then I guess we get into the Sith and we get into the Anakin, the Jedi. It's always displayed in front of us, but how do we come upon to recognize the selection? Is it a selection? How do we recognize what is good and what is bad? How do we atone for our mistakes that have teetered on the dark and sinister side? And how do we embrace and share on the good side? Right now, we are dealing with some serious darkness as far as what we've come to know, whether it be Hollywood or whatever. You know, I was talking to somebody a month ago, and then they just said something to me. I was like, yeah, you know, you think about the Wizard of Oz. Remember, I was always talking about that with certain individuals. I said, yeah, Oz, ounce of gold, brick road, ingots, brick, gold brick. Think about it. Going to this sparkling magical city, Terra Infinita. Let me finish. Looking for the wizard who controls the whole population. How about the straw man who gets, instead of a brain, gets a certificate? Excuse me, straw man, non-living thing, non-breathing, ingots of gold, an ounce, Oz, as if it's a happy place. Pay attention. He gets a certificate. And what does 10 allude to? I'm only asking. And where's the bravery? Where's the courage to fight against it? And to have who? Well, they say, what's her name? Dorothy? Isn't that implicated to a Karen? With a dog called Totem? The little black dog? Look. I'm not saying I know everything. I am only speaking on things that never elude me. I question our relevance. I question our reality. I don't believe it is. I believe that it's internal. I believe the universe is here, 33 vertebrated, Christ factor, the fluid, everything. I'm keeping it on I. I'm not saying we and us and them, and I'm none of that. I know that I called St. George Pulmonary Clinic, where I went to when I was drowning on blood of being poisoned. And I asked them, because I kept speaking on certain particulars, this little pale-skinned, little young-ass mug that was nothing to do with anything there, coming on to shoot some stuff in my arm, to all these foreign doctors. Well, I have hundreds of people who I know who are just wanting, they were like, someone waiting, if you die, Red. I'm like, yeah, I hear you. If I was to transcend, they're going after these people. There's nothing I could do to stop it or anything. Talking about it now, a lot of these people don't have cell phones. They don't have laptops, TVs. They're around people. These are, I mean, the cartel wouldn't want to even deal with these individuals. I'm just letting you know. And whenever they slide me a message, or they walk by me and they whisper something, this is a reality. And it bothers me. It doesn't scare me anything, but it bothers me that we're in a situation where there's some people that know more than I know. So I'm not going to allude to nothing. I called these individuals, and these dummies didn't even return my call as if it was all right for what they're doing. They're making mistakes. They're going after people they have no clue about. Now, this is recent. They've caught up in their little fake world. They think that it's going to be atomized. It's going to be fine. The only thing that can be done is to destroy all Earth, to stop on both sides. And I'm only speaking that to be a fact, sadly. I know a lot of people still watch the media, and a a lot of you live in places where the media is not talking about everything. There's a bunch of people walking around in costumes. Their conviction is their lie. For every action, there is an opposite. It doesn't matter in what world. I don't care about, say, if something created us for an experiment. For every action, there is an opposite. There's a give and take. There's a push and a pull. There are some of us who don't require music or Hollywood or sports. I was looking at the two individuals walking out in the costumes, the big glittery, shiny, triangular. I was like, and you got metaverse, you got all these things talking about let's incorporate the brain, machines, and all this other stuff. Is that the next? I don't like calling it evolution. Is that the next step in the experiment, or has it already been successfully completed? And they wondering what the fight is like in us. I'm only speaking on this because I want to have a foundation when I go with the open mic, whether it be on Melon or on Stream Yard, that everybody has a basis. Because I know I'm not the only one who's thought about this. I could say a whole lot more. I want to keep this short. I'm not advocating for violence. That regardless of what I've heard, people come up to me because of what I put out there. You'd be surprised at the people. I was like, oh shit, there we go. All right, well, and these people are not with it. They're not part of it. And I'm sitting there going, I've got even other individuals who I know who are tired going, who was that? I'm like, I don't know. But if they ever come to you, nope, can't do it, partner. It's not even HIPAA. It doesn't matter. I just can't. And I says, you played your role. Everybody's playing their role. I don't have a role to play. I see both sides. Okay. I'm like, yeah, man, it's not that deep with me. I really don't care. It's the game that y'all play. But I hear things. I've heard things on both sides. And I've seen things on one side. I walked up on suicide scenes. Oh, man. When you got children, teenagers, young, they've been out in the desert and the heat, for a week or two, just hanging there, bro. It's, and you think it's a puppet or something because you see in attendance and you think it's shoelaces or something. And let me tell you something, like, I think about when I was it 16 when I saw the bodies chopped up in the tub over in Manhattan, Harlem, whatever. This guy, I guess he was gay. I don't know. He had his homies around him, all glistening up, looking like, I don't know, all muscular, but weird looking. Just, yeah, Rico, show him in the bathroom. I was like, wow, I thought we was gonna see plants or something. I just went to get me a couple of bricks, weed, and that was before a backpack was something, head on the toilet. I'm like, who's taking a poop? What are you using the bathroom at? In the tub, real bodies, the stench and everything right there, chopped up with candles burning all around and tons of incense sticking out like something out of the Caribbean, out of Shadas or something, a movie like that. That's what it looked like. Beads in the front of the door. What in the flying did I walk into? 16, I think I was, 16, that was 1982, 83. Those images never leave. Now, the characters, I believe, are all gone, dead, locked up, whatever. But I was that image. I got to sell some weed at the high school and ran parking lot, Glenfield and, South End and East Orange. And, I was, Main Street and Central Ave and North, Prince Street Projects, A Street, First Street, stupidity. You dig what I'm saying? And I said, wow, I was doing some wild, wicked shit. Not paying attention because it was normal at the time. At least to what I thought, which wasn't normal because I actually had a grandmother, I had people who cared. I had love around me. It was a conflicting kind of love. It was weird. It wasn't, it was based on the time and the era. I have to say that. Was it real love? Sadly, I don't believe so. It was more, I'm gonna protect what's mine and ownership over you. That's why I saw it. So it gives a misdirection because it's out of the darkness. Do you get what I'm saying? It is out of the darkness. So a love out of the darkness, is it right and exact? Is the world we living in a real one? When we all believe not so. I mean, it's very tangible. I think, again, we have been grafted and gifted into a thing that was never meant to be, but it's an experiment. Have you noticed that everything has always been labeled an experiment? America is a great experiment. Are y'all aware of that? They say young and new when it's not young and new. It is the actual old world. I've seen that written all over the place. So how do we come to this symposium? How do we get here? We have become, and I'm saying we, lazy and slothful in how we approach and deal with things, which I find very incrementally arrogant and just absurd. I seek nothing but more righteousness in me. I think that because I believe it does illuminate out. I'm gonna speak about things because I have no secrets, nothing to hide, nothing. What I stated before is based upon the fact. You'd be surprised when people walk about. Are they part of the experiment to push something in my head? I don't care. Do you see the importance of when you start grasping yourself? So I'm speaking about things. I know what they've said. I'm like, I don't care. I don't care. Whatever happened, man, happens. I know what I got to do here. But I know that there's a lot of people that don't have that. There's a lot of people in the grave, cremated. I don't know if they're in the grave because you know what really happens. There's not a casket that's airtight, y'all, or watertight. Okay. There's a reason why we buried people the way we did in the past. And we took them with us. Yes. If we moved from city to city, we took the dead with us. We didn't sit them at a table on some bicycle or hopped up car or motorcycle, and we didn't do all that foolishness. I believe this was ours. I believe the yellow brick road was paved to here. I believe that they created us, made us into straw men. They subjugated us to remove the power to make cowards. I believe that in order to create something anew that's more of a perversion, this is not the whole lot. Now they subjugate and they're transitioning to the next phase because they've accomplished so much in such a short period of time. And it's always with some wars. Look at Christmas, right? December 25th. You go back 9 months, where does it go to? It goes to the crucifixion, right? Resurrection. Well, on the 25th, we know that this fake ass Jesus wasn't born. We know that has to do everything with what? The baby's sacrifice. That's what it's all about. That's the pagan ideology of the narrative. So during the resurrection, that's the period when they actually, during Easter, which is Ishtar, they have an orgy and everybody gets pregnant. 9 months later, you have Christ's birthday. It has nothing to do with some Jesus. We already broke down Christ's factor and benefits. And that's when the sacrifices are given up, because what was happening at that time on the 25th of December, so-called this new Julian date. Julian, pay attention. And babies were put on Moloch, the season of the witch, or whatever you want to call it, and sacrifice, or put to death, or however they did it. And we're going to a time not in just thought, but something relevant to what was being practiced here on our land and other lands as well. So help me again to understand these things. And on Ishtar, they want y'all to be quiet and hunt for eggs and everybody carrying themselves appropriately and dress up for vacation. So that way at night, you can go back to your regular, and it's an orgy of minds and worship. Oh, Jesus, oh, God, yes, yes. And everybody leaves church all dressed up in their finest attire. And at Christmas, everybody opens their packages, opens the babies. I'm just saying. And Halloween is just a prep to that. And Thanksgiving for what? For the death of the Micmac, the Pequot, the Narragansett, the Ananawea, for the mass murders of so many other hundreds of tribes of us. What is really afoot? I just wanted to put that out there. Ma'am, I'm going to come back in a couple hours. I got to make something to eat, y'all. I'm going to do my best to hold off. Right before I make something to eat, I'm going to come on and we're going to get some reading in today. I love the fuck out of y'all. I'm just questioning everything. Believe half of what you hear and nothing what you see. Or half of what you see and nothing what you hear, excuse me. So I'm putting out my thoughts. That's why I was an I. And it's more of a question. I hope that's enough material for you guys to run with. I saw a lot of people come in at the top. I didn't see nothing about it pop up. I'll see and give some shout outs. And I'm never surprised at the people that come in because we're talking about the very thing in the midst of all this chaos that's going on. And I see people always going through it, man. And to be able to see even what I was going through at certain times, I want to say it's amazing, but it's dark. And I'm not disturbed no more, but it is disturbing. I'm attempting to be as logical and as possible, and speak on this in a way that is intelligent. I hope that I'm not failing you guys by doing this. I hope that I'm sparking an interest in thought to process or manifest something that could be beneficial. Like I said, what am I doing? I drew you in. Now I got you where I'm hopefully getting some of your brains to work together, because if any of y'all think you can do this alone, you're sadly mistaken. If that was the case, then what do we need all? Why would I have to be here, or why would you have to be if we only needed one person to have all the answers? I'm just putting it out there. All right. Appreciate y'all coming in. I'm gonna give shouts out, and I'm gonna get off of here and see if I can drink my tea and breathe. All right. Randall, what's Grand Elevation? What's going on, brother? All right, beloved. Appreciate you last night. Benji and MC, what's going on? Grand Elevations, brother. West Side, what's happening? All right, that's my brother, another one of my brothers right there. Equator 7, salute to you. And salute to everybody. Excuse me, let's get that right, all right? Equator 7, yeah, wicked. Right. APJR, everyone and everything, yes. And do it I always say you do it with open mind. It's obvious, but sometimes people mistake what an open mind is. Open mind can be, like I said, we got that little thermostat. It could be hot or it could be cold. So open mind could be in two different directions. There's no in between. In between is off. Open mind, that's why I mentioned Houston, Texas. I didn't want to go on to California, San all them things. Drag queen, the book reading, many of them could be mentioned. That's to me on the bad side of things. The other open mind is, I don't recognize religion, but it could benefit people. And it has a few. And they've gotten out of that and realized that they didn't need that to be good. But it led them to a point to question. And so, yes, agreed. But carefully. So I appreciate it, everybody. Surprised the ladies ain't come in. I don't know where they at, but sisters, it's a day. Many people attempt to get things done, and I can dig that. I have a great appreciation and understanding of that. But let's get some more people. Let's see if we can get some more people subscribed. Share this, and maybe some more people will come around who have something they want to put in, or put out, or maybe some more people much more knowledgeable, and I believe they are. Share that, and we're gonna do an open mic. I'm gonna read, so I'm thinking we're gonna do another open mic tonight, because I really want to get to the bottom of this. I have other stories I want to share as well. Some of them are weird, Brazil and the Amazon, a few other things, Jamaica. Oh, some of the things I've seen. We'll cross, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Okay. I appreciate everybody coming in. Mad love. It's still up. I'm not gonna stop reading. Help a brother get some more books. I'm not a millionaire. That's my daughter. I appreciate the help. Okay. And I don't want to be a millionaire. I really don't. That's relatives, and like I said, that's never been my. It's not hard to do, but it's not who I am or where I'm at. Um, again, appreciate it. If not, Ron, I'll be taking that $10 and adding 15 to it to get this 25. I want to get this one book for 49. I don't want to show y'all because I want to surprise y'all with it. It's about $49, $50. Let me pull it up. Let me just show y'all right quick. Yeah, and I know somebody had messaged me. Don't you know how to do input? I was like, yeah. And don't you know how to sit there and be patient and appreciate things that are given out? They didn't say nothing after that because, if you don't like it, go subscribe to somebody else's channel. I'm going to hold it up to the screen. I'm going to tell you where to look for it. I'm just not built like that. Okay. All right. Here we go. Wait, no. He's always pulling up everything but his mama. So, why am I not signed in? Dude. All right. All right, here we go. It's still loading, guys. Yeah. I don't know why it does this, man. Okay, here we go. All right. Oh, that's New Jackery. And that one's 139. Nah, I get that sometime down the road. The other one I got still works. All right, so this was one I want to get. Like these two are banging, and they're one. Well, I'm gonna show one. All right, Genesis 6. I don't have this one. Giants Volume 2, Master Builders of Prehistoric and Ancient Civilizations, $42.95. The other one's a little more. It's about 50 something. This right here. Oh man, y'all can see I ordered tons of books on the bottom. So that's one of them. The other one, I'm gonna show this one. This one I'm going to buy. I'm going to probably order it this weekend. We'll see. My boy's coming up. I had to go out. I spent like $300 on ammo. So yeah. So you know how that goes. West Side Rondo. Make sure we got enough ammo. If y'all usually y'all buy some and stuff. Well, Trauma and on West Side, but I'll just have some extra. So Beginning Creek, Muskogee, and I love this because I actually saw a dude. He hit me up in Messenger and showed me his book. And those are little afros on them boys' heads. So I said, I got to get this. I would love, and of course, it's for about $35. I probably spent 37 shipping and everything. I will definitely be reading this, but I'm gonna get in touch with the author. They're still alive, I guess. I don't know. And ask them if it's all right for me to go ahead and read this on YouTube. No copyright or nothing like that. Not everybody copyrights stuff, but some people who are just greedy. So we'll take care of that another day too. So that's another one. It's about 6 in here that I got lined up. Like I said, there's 6 of them. That's 2 on the bottom, and I don't want to show you all everything. So yeah, donations are taken. Like I said, you ain't got to send no $5, $10, $20. You can send $5. It doesn't matter. I appreciate it. Everything that y'all send is going to be utilized for books. Now, if I get into bushcrafting come springtime and I go in that direction and I'm still reading every once in a while, because I plan on doing this quite a bit. I'm not doing nothing else. Then I'll be like, hey, look, I'm thinking about trying this soil. I can do a review. I can go out there, take y'all with me camping for 2 days, use it and say, hey, look, do a little videos, actually put the GoPros to work. I don't like editing and shit, but and put more people involved. All right. So again, I appreciate everything. All right. I'm a man of my word. I have to be. You know how they say word is bond when I was growing up? The most word is bond. Anyway, no hate. But most people was doing it were like me, were tyrants and tyrannical and the worst things walking around, coming from loving families. I've been to the houses, trust me. So again, I appreciate the donations. I respect all. I truly do. All right. So let me get off of here. And in a couple hours, I'll probably whip something to eat and come. I might sit down at the laptop and come on and do some reading down there. Spend a little more time downstairs, actually. Instead of just watching a horror flick or something, as I usually do. I watch a movie and I come up here and I put a cartoon or something in and I go to sleep. So, mad love and respect, family. The ladies came in, gents. You already know where we're at. Hey, Alita Evans. I'm getting ready to sign off too, but greetings, respectfully. And yeah, like I said, when I come on and read, hope some of you time in, it'll be up. But when I go live later on this evening, get everybody to sit around. We're gonna be careful with the N's and the F's and the B's and all that. I really want to tighten this in so we show people that the light is within us. I know. Last night I said bump it. I did, because I mean I can do it any. I mean, look, ex-military. It's not like we stand around cursing in meetings and stuff like that. So again, appreciate you guys, and so that's one to think about. Hopefully this should upload kind of quick. I'm gonna shut it down. We're at 47 freaking minutes. It's too long. I could edit this too, but I think what's said in here needs to be said. So I appreciate everybody coming in, and get them thumbs up. If you haven't subscribe. I appreciate it, and share this. And I'm gonna make it a note that hopefully people are sitting down, because some people said they have their fathers watching, or their sisters, or their moms. So I want to keep this as polite and respectful as possible. We are so much better than what we have been made out to be. All right. Thank you all. Appreciate it.